Richeza of Poland, a member of the House of Piast, was Queen of Sweden and Princess of Minsk through her 3 marriages. Richeza was the daughter of Bolesław III Wrymouth, Duke of Poland, by his second wife, Salomea of Berg.Tradition describes her as unusually beautiful. First marriage. The Polish ruler Bolesław III Wrymouth entered in an alliance with King Niels of Denmark against Władysław I, Duke of Pomerania. In order to seal this alliance, a marriage was arranged between Bolesław I's daughter Richeza with Niels' eldest son, Crown Prince Magnus. The wedding took place around 1127. Richeza bore her husband 2 sons, Knud in 1129 and Niels in 1130, as one of the heirs of his maternal grandfather King Inge I. Magnus claimed Sweden and was recognized King of Västergötland by the Geats in 1129 after the death of his uncle King Inge II. Then Richeza became Queen Consort of Sweden. However, Magnus's rule was not accepted by the Svea, another tribe to the north of the Geats, who vetoed him and elected Ragnvald Naphovdi as the new king. According to Saxo Grammaticus, Ragnvald was murdered by supporters of Magnus, who then won the realm as King of Sweden. However, there soon appeared another contender from the throne, Sverker I, who was proclaimed King of Västergötland. In 1130 Sverker I finally expelled Magnus from Västergötland and unified the country under his rule. Richeza and her husband returned to Denmark, alarmed by the popularity and imperial support of his cousin Knud Lavard, Duke of Schleswig. Both Magnus and his father King Niels ordered him murdered. Knud's half-brother Erik rebelled against Niels and Magnus, but was defeated and took refuge in Norway, where he convinced the local nobility and the Holy Roman Emperor Lothar III to launch a retaliatory expedition against Niels. Niels was defeated in the Battle of Fotevik, and also lost his son Magnus, who was slain during the battle. Niels escaped to Schleswig, where he was killed by the citizens. Now a widow, Richeza returned to Poland, apparently leaving her 2 sons behind in Denmark. Second marriage. Once in Poland, Duke Bolesław III arranged a new marriage for his daughter. On the 18th of June 1136, Richeza married a member of the Rurikid dynasty, Volodar Glebovich, Prince of Minsk and Rodno, who at the time was in exile in the Polish court. The union was made in order to seal the alliance of Minsk and Poland against Denmark and the powerful Mono-Makievan dynasty. During this marriage, Richeza gave birth to 3 children, 2 sons, Vladimir and Vasilko, and a daughter, Sophia, born California, 1139 40ths. Around 1145, the political advantages of the Polish-Minsk Union began to disappear after the Monomish dynasty lost its hegemony among the Rurikid ruling branches. Likely this was the cause of the dissolution of the marriage of Richeza and Volodar. Richeza returned again to Poland, this time with her daughter Sophia, but left her 2 sons behind with her former husband. Volodar never remarried and died around 1186. Third marriage. In 1148, Queen Ulvhild Håkansdotter, Sverker I's wife, died. Soon afterwards, the widowed king married Richeza, who arrived in Sweden with her daughter. The king likely married her with support from Richeza's first husband's allies in Västergötland. The union produced 1 son, Berlev, who was named after his Polish maternal grandfather. The chronicles assign son Sverkersson as another son from Richeza and Sverker I, possibly the youngest. In 1150, Richeza's oldest son, King Knut V of Jutland, took refuge in Sweden after he was expelled from Denmark by Svein III Graf. King of Zealand. In this way, the marriage with Sverker I gave Richeza the opportunity to help her son, and some historians assume that she partially married the Swedish king for this reason. 1 year later, Knud asked for the help of Henry the Lion, Duke of Saxony, and Hartwig I, Archbishop of Bremen, but was defeated by Svein III's forces. Only after the mediation of the King of the Germans Frederick Barbarossa during the Imperial Diet in Mersburg was made a settlement between both parties. Knud V renounced his claim and was compensated by lands in Zealand, while Svein III was made King of Denmark. After this decision, both Knud V and Valdemar Knutsson rebelled against Svein III, who was expelled in 1154. Knud V and Valdemar became co-kings of Denmark. In 1156, Knud V married Princess Helena of Sweden, daughter of King Sverker I, and his first wife Alvhild. In consequence, Richeza became the stepmother-in-law of her own son. On Christmas Day of that year, Sverker I was murdered. In 1157, Richeza's daughter Sophia of Minsk married co-king Valdemar I of Denmark, to whom she had been betrothed since 1154. On the 9th of August of that year, King Knud V was killed during a meeting with Valdemar I and Svein III. In 1158, Richeza's second son Niels, probably a monk in Esrom Abbey, also died. Death and aftermath. Richeza is known to have survived Sverker I's death, although the facts of her later life and her date of death are unknown. The legend says that she remarried the stable master who took part in the assassination of Sverker I. Berlev, Richeza's son by Sverker I, became a rival claimant to the Swedish throne against Canute I, and in 1167 he finally gained part of his paternal heritage when he was chosen King of Östergötland. However, in 1169 he was deposed and then disappears from the historical record. He is believed either to have been murdered by Knudsman or to have fled to Poland sometime before 1173. Richeza's daughter Sophia of Minsk, Queen of Denmark by her first marriage to Valdemar I, gave Richeza her only known legitimate children. The later kings Knud VI and Valdemar II of Denmark, Sophie, Margareta and Maria, nuns at Roskilde, Ingeborg, Helena and Richeza, named after her grandmother and who, like her, became Queen of Sweden. Bibliography. Lars Olagerkvist. Sverige och dess regenter under 1.000 Albert Bonniers Forlag AB. ISBN 91-00750077. Ancestry. Succession.